world-renowned psychic medium, but proudly resides in beautiful Orangeville in New South Wales. Please welcome to the night show the incredible Donna Young.
Hi, Megan. How are you?
Oh, I'm really well, Donna, really well. Now, your story it's given Simon and I goosebumps. It's absolutely remarkable what you've been through. Can you share with us how you came to be a medium?
Okay. I'll start at the very beginning when I was 4 years old. So that's when I started seeing spirits. So that started with my guide, and then not long after that, my grandmother. I started seeing spirits from 4 years old, and I've seen spirits ever since then. It hasn't been the easiest road, but...
Wow.
And then I had a life-threatening... I had cancer, which I was actually meant to pass from when I was 16, and I spent a lot of time on the other side between here and there.
Donna, that's
heartbreaking. So I learned a lot more about spirituality around that time.
Wow. Well, you mentioned that you see the spirits. Can you describe to us what happens during a reading? It's so you see things, do you hear things? Like, how do they come to you from the other side?
Okay, so I see them all different ways, so it changes all the time. When I was a child, I couldn't tell the difference between the living and the dead. The only difference I could tell when I first seen, the very first time when I was 4, was my guide stood up after speaking to her and she walked through the wall.
Wow.
And I actually tried to walk through the wall the next day, but it didn't really work out that well for me.
Oh.
So these days, they come in all different ways. So they'll come through where I can actually see them, and they'll communicate with me where I hear them speaking to me, or mind-to-mind communication more than anything. And they'll also show me scenes or show me information about the person's past or future. They'll actually show me it's like a TV screen where I can actually see what's going on.
That's amazing. I can imagine that when you were young, that would have been quite scary and petrifying, kind of learning the difference between the spirits and the real. Is it scary now?
Yeah. Oh, at times it was, because, and not many people believed in that back then either, because, it wasn't even legal until the 70s. So, yeah, it was really hard growing up with that. And it was really scary sometimes, and they still do scare me. Sometimes I'll jump in the back of the car with me and...
Wow.
Oh.
And I'll turn around and they'll be sitting there. I'm like, don't do that.
So, as well with this being your vocation and your job, are you able to turn it off? Or is this all the time?
Oh, no. That's one of the biggest things to learn. And it took me a long time to learn how to control it all as well. But it's actually as basic for me as turning off and turning on. So when I'm working, and when I'm not, I'm not. Half open, because I do love the spiritual world, and I know that they're around me all the time, watching over me. So sometimes I'll be a little bit naughty and I'll kind of be halfway there. That's when they jump in my car and things like that.
They're like, hang on, I've got something to tell you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow. Donna, you are remarkable. Look, everyone needs to come and see you. Where can they find you? I know you've got an expo coming up. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay. Well, we have an expo this weekend. We're going down to Young, so we'll be down there this weekend, and we'll be going back to Cootamundra later on in the year to do a show, because I actually was born in Cootamundra.
Yes, that's right. I did know that.
Yes. So people can book Zoom readings. I do readings from all over the world, so they can book online on Psychic Medium Donna Young, and I'm on Facebook as well. They can also come out to my house in Orangeville. We also have retreats out here where you can come and actually receive readings or learn spirituality.
Wow.
Yes, that's D&M retreat, so you can look that up online as well. We actually travel a lot in the country and do a lot of work in the country. And, I travel everywhere, so with my partner, Matt.
Oh, yeah. Donna, honestly, you are such a remarkable woman, and it has been an honour to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
There you go. 7:49 on the East Coast. Olivia Rodriguez and the boys from Menangle, the Rubens, around the corner on nights.